Hello, thank you for tuning in. My name is Thomas Mergel for Headbang or GTFO. Today's review is for the new SWINE Overlord album. Entheogenesis comes out on Gorehouse Productions September 23rd, 2016. If you're unfamiliar with this band, it's like progressive brutal death metal or experimental brutal death metal. I say that because while they do have their common core brutal death metal formula and sound and groove, this band likes to experiment with sounds, atmosphere, and tangents that go off and sound kind of like progressive metal in a way. This is a collaboration band strewn out all over the country. I think it's down to two members, that being Will Peplinski, who covers guitars, bass, and the programming of the drums. And then you have Anthony Viscusi, who handles the vocals on the new album. This album is 14 tracks deep, 3 of them being instrumentals, and after listening to it a couple times, I think I can say that it is a pretty solid album. It's pretty good. It is nothing that'll just jump out and just repeatedly hit you in the nuts with excitement. I think that what they have here is a solid album, but nothing that will eclipse the other stuff that has come out earlier this year from bands like Syphilic, Beelzebub, and Defeated Sanity, or even the Wormed album. While they aren't leading the pack in terms of brutal death metal sound and songwriting, I will say that this is worthy of a listen, worthy of your attention, because it is interesting. It's a very interesting album. It plays out very well, and I'll just talk about each individual instrumental piece. The riffs are slower. I really didn't notice a lot of high tremolo picking, a lot of high fast-paced, chaotic picking. The leads that come through they have incredible tone. They are very well done. It's executed perfectly in a way that fits SWINE Overlord's grooving, powerful sound. The bass guitar wasn't really on the forefront. It's still very audible, but it mainly just laid down power behind the riff and added to the overall groove of the songwriting. And then we have the drum programming. I'll say that's probably some of the best drum programming I've heard all year long. Drum programming isn't new. It's something that has been used from brutal death metal bands, especially when it comes to DIY projects. And the sound and overarching compositions from the drums itself is actually really, really good. The drums are incredibly fast. It kind of makes up a balance for the slower guitars, and it makes the music that much more powerful. And all those guitars, bass, and drum programming is done by Will Peplinski. So, Peplinski, you did a really good job. Very solid performance and musicianship and songwriting on the new album. And then we go to Anthony Viscusi's vocal performance. Lyrics are done, not lyrics, but vocals are done very well. I don't remember if Anthony was on the last album. I don't think he was. The Parables of Umbral Transcendence that came out in 2014. Let's see. Yeah, no, it was Anthony Davis and Devin Alford who lended their vocals for the last album. So we have Anthony Viscusi just starting out doing his debut vocal performance for SWINE Overlord on this new album, Entheogenesis. His performance is rad. His performance is really good. Very good brutal death metal sound. Lots of powerful squeals mixed with growling and screams that just tie everything together nicely. And his performance was very, very good on the album. Now, when it comes to the songs itself, I really didn't see or feel a song that was really outstanding compared to the rest. I think all the songs as a whole is very solid, flows organically well with the rhythm and the flow of the album. And besides the first track, fifth track, and 10th track that were just kind of like setting up the chapters, they were just filler, little atmospheric ambient pieces that would just push on and ready you for the next section of the album. There's 3 sections of this album. And besides those 3 tracks, you have 11 heavy-hitting brutal death metal songs, experimental brutal death metal songs. You'll hear a lot of, not a lot of, but here and there you'll hear some electronic pieces, as well as a moment where a piano comes into play, and I wasn't expecting that at all. So, is it as insane as the latest Infinite Annihilator? No, I think Infinite Annihilator swarms over most when it comes to guitar performance and insane speeds with songwriting. But Swine Overlord really drives it home with heavy-hitting groove, slower, chunkier, slamming riffs that pair well with the incredibly fast-tempoed drum programming. So, yeah, Swine Overlord's Entheogenesis comes out September 23rd, 2016, Gorehouse Productions. If I have to score this, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next review. Bye-bye.